Okay, this is kind of like what you did in the last packet, same procedure. The graph's going to be done a little bit, going to look different, okay? It's a compound inequality, but instead of it being all together, they're in two separates. It says negative 2x plus 7 less than 1, or 4x plus 3 less than or equal to negative 5. Now, you're going to make a number line with the 0, and you're going to make that same table that you were in the last one. And all you do on one side, you put negative 2x plus 7 less than 1. You're going to put that on this side. And then you're going to put 4x plus 3 less than or equal to negative 5 on this side. You're basically going to just copy one on each side. You're about to find possible values for x. So, on this side, x is on this side, and the operations we have is times and plus. You want to highlight times. We have a negative with the times, so that's a switch. Okay, it means you got to switch the symbol because later on you divide both sides by the negative. Okay. Now we do have to take out the plus 7, so when I'm taking that out, I just line the symbol straight up. Okay, so minus 7, that's negative 6, then negative 2 times x. Okay, so then divide each side by your negative 2. You have x, and that's when the symbol changes because we're dividing each side by a negative number, negative 3. Okay, then over here, it's got times and plus, but this time the times is by a positive number, so we will keep the sign the same. Okay, we'll have to take out the plus 3. Remember, when you're adding and subtracting, you just drop the sign straight down. So it's negative 8, and then 4 times x, negative 5 minus 3. Then you divide by 4, you end up with x in front. Negative 8 divided by 4 is negative 2. Oh, I messed up on this one. Negative divided by negative is a positive. Okay, that should be positive 3. Okay, so the two numbers are 3 and negative 2. So you circle. You don't fill in that one, you'll fill in that one. Now a little bit different ball game here. X and 3, it eats the x, so that would go this way, outward. X and negative 2, it eats the value, it eats the negative 2, so when it eats the number, it goes this way. So this time they spread out, okay? Now here's how you label that. You write the word or in between. Okay, and you just copy those up on top. So x with its symbol greater than 3, and then x less or equal to negative 2. Okay. All right, next one. X plus 14 less than 9, or negative 9x less or equal to negative 45. So make my number line. And then again, we have these two different signs, so I make my table. And on one side, I put x plus 14 less than 9. And on the other side, you put negative 9x less or equal to negative 45. So you solve them each separately. Okay, so there's no the only number you got is a 14, that's adding, so that's a keep because there's no multiplying or dividing to even worry about, so I line up the symbol. I just take out the 14, so we have x, 9 minus 14 is negative 5. Okay, over here, x is on this side, so the 9 and the x would be a times operation, so with times I like to circle it, okay? And it's by a negative, so that it's a switch. Okay. We don't have to add or subtract. We just need to divide both sides by the negative. Okay. So the sign switches. So it's x. Negative 45 divided by negative 9 is 5. So we have negative 5 and positive 5. Okay. So circle. Don't fill it. Okay. Circle, and then you fill the 5. Then x and negative 5, it's eating the value, the number, so that's back this way. Remember, look at the board if you get confused. X and 5, it's eating the x, so that would be this way. Then when they go apart like that, instead of coming together, I write the word or, and then just copy down my solutions. So x less than negative 5, or x greater than or equal to 5. Okay, 7x is greater than 42, or negative 5x is greater than or equal to 10. So number 1. So on one side I put 7x greater than 42. On the other side I put negative 5x is greater than or equal to 10. Okay, so x is over here, 7 and x is multiplication, but it's by positive, so I will keep the sign the same. And then I just divide by the 7. So you got x in front of the symbol, 42 divided by 7, 6. Okay, then over here, that's times, highlight times. That's times by a negative, so that's a switch, because later we'll divide by a negative. Don't have to add, subtract, we just go divide. So x, 10 divided by negative 5 is negative 2, so you got 6 and negative 2. Okay, it's the x eating the letters, so that would be this way. With the negative 2, it's eating the actual values, so that's this way. So or x can be anything that way or that way. It's like the opposite of the last packet, okay? So x greater than 6, x less than or equal to negative 2. Okay, last one, 3x minus 7 greater than or equal to 14, or negative 4x minus 8 greater than 20. Okay, so what's going on with x over here? Well, it's got a 3 and a 7, so it's times 3 and then plus negative 7. Now it's got times, but since it's by a positive, we keep the sign the same. You do have to take out the negative 7, so make a symbol in between. When I make a symbol in between, that's for the adding or subtracting. 14, see, sometimes there's not adding or subtracting, so then I just go down here, but I just make a middle one. Then divide by 3, and we have x, 21 divided by 3, 7. And you got times, plus negative. Okay, you have multiplications by a negative, so that's a switch, because later you'll have to divide by the negative, but you do have to take out the negative 8, so plus 8, 20 plus 8 is 28, negative 4 times x. Divide by negative 4, 28 divided by negative 4 is negative 7. So you have positive 7 and negative 7. Those are called your critical values. They're what cuts the number off. So we leave it, fill it above the positive 7, but you keep it empty above the negative 7. So x and 7, it eats x, so that would be this way. X and negative 7, it's eating the value, so that's this way. So or x less than negative 7. Okay.